The second one is abrasion. This is the most common thing you're going to see here. Abrasion is anything that rubs against the bags that causes a hole, okay? So what do you think can cause abrasion on the bags? Yeah, rubbing against other bags is important. So in the Baghouse, if you install the bags and go underneath and look up, you'll see that the bags hang very close to each other. They're only about an inch and a quarter apart from each other. And actually when the bags pulse, when they clean, they actually wiggle back and forth a little bit like this. We pulse one row of bags at a time. So one row will pulse and the bag will wiggle. So if the bag is installed and it's a little bent, so that's not going to make a hole, but when you pulse the bags several hundred times a day, every day, for months, years, eventually it will wear a hole in that one spot where it's hitting, okay? Another spot you can have abrasion is the metal cage that you put in. If you put in a brand new cage, it's nice and smooth, right? Straight. If you reuse the cages, which you do here, you reuse them, they start to get a little bit bent. They start to get rust on them or buildup from the dust coming in, the lime especially, you get a little buildup. So when the bag is on the cage and it pulses, it goes up like that. So if there's any buildup on the cage, every time it pulses, which it'll rub just that little bit. It'll be like a little saw slowly cutting through the bag, okay?
I've seen that.
Yeah, you have this problem here because you reuse the cages a lot. The dust coming in to the dust collector is very abrasive here, right? It's metal, super abrasive. Things like sand also and other compounds, very abrasive. The lime, not so much the lime, but the actual dust coming off the furnaces is very abrasive, right? So the dust coming in, the air and the dust go evenly everywhere, okay? Like this. They go to all the filters evenly. But for various reasons, sometimes we get where the dust coming in doesn't go evenly, and it all goes like to one area of the dust collector, and it hits the bottom. So it might come in and hit the back row of filters first, and then from there bounce around and go everywhere else, like that.
I've seen that.
Yeah. So this is why a lot of times the filters that have the most holes are the filters that are directly opposite the inlet and the back wall. Because the air is coming in really fast and wants to keep moving, and a lot of times it goes until it hits the filter in the back. But in any case, it can happen on any of the filters. The vast majority of the holes that you'll see in the bags are going to be in the bottom like 4 to 6 inches of the bag. Because it's the sand, it's the material coming in and hitting the bottom of the bags. So that's considered a type of abrasion. So if that happens, that's the Baghouse. That's not, the dust collector is designed to have the filters up high, so that when the air comes in, the dust doesn't hit it directly, right? So this does happen in dust collectors to some extent, but we try to minimize it by the way we design things, so that it doesn't do so much. But you have this problem in a lot of dust collectors where you'll get holes at the bottoms of the bags from time to time. If that happens, it's an early failure. It's not something that the Baghouse is supposed to have happen.